welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
And of course, welcome everybody to the PWZ podcast. I hope everybody's doing a wonderful night, having a wonderful night, excuse me. Of course, we just showed a reel of commercials about some upcoming shows in the area. I hope everybody that lives in the area can come out and check them out. This is this coming Friday. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling presents Alley Fights. That's going to be April 15th. That's 662 Co Avenue, East Haven, Connecticut. You should really come out, check it out. They have another show called Point Blank coming up April 30th. Check all our social media outlets for that, as well as Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, the social media and website for the entire match lineup. On top of that, a new promotion, Coliseum Pro, May 6th in West Haven, Connecticut. You can check our social media for that. We are posting. Go check them out on Facebook and Instagram. They are posting like crazy. They're having an 8-man tournament for their heavyweight championship. So that's going to be, the lineup is really, really killer for that so far. I see Lucas Chase, Flash Waller, Kylan King, Stephen Garcia. It's going to be a really good show. So anybody that's interested in professional wrestling and checking out stuff locally, I highly recommend checking that out. It's going to be a really, really good show. And of course, in June, Empire Pro Wrestling is returning after a 10-year absence. They will be in East Haven, Connecticut. I know that Lucas Chase was already announced as part of that show, and they announced another one tonight. I did not check the social media, but they said they were checking it while I'm here. Let me just double check that here. It's going to be a fun show. I'm proud to say that PWZ Podcast is a sponsor for Empire Pro. So yes, the here we go. The second talent that was announced for that is Colossal Mike Law, was announced tonight. Another great talent out of the Northeast. Fantastic wrestler, and I'm looking forward to it as the days get closer. You can listen here for every update possible. I'm going to really be pushing this project. They are friends of mine that are running it, and I really solemnly believe in this project. So keep checking here. It's going to be a really good show. So, as I stated in the title of the show, there is a new Ring of Honor television champion, tonight, head-to-head on AEW Dynamite was Samoa Joe and Minoru Suzuki. I was really looking forward to this match. It was a solid match. They laid out about 9,000 chops. As I said, it was pretty intense. Samoa Joe defeated Minoru Suzuki for that title, which the title he won was April 1st, so it was last week at Ring of Honor's show. Pay-per-view back, their first pay-per-view back, excuse me. So this is going to be, he defeated Rhett Titus for that title. So after the match, excuse me if I say this name wrong, Satnam Singh attacked Samoa Joe. He is a former basketball player, the first Indian wrestler to be drafted to the NBA with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not exactly sure what his involvement is going to be going forward. He was a big surprise on the part of Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal. Now, tomorrow night, me and Marcel Williams will be breaking down AEW Dynamite. I don't want to get too far into AEW Dynamite tonight, as I'm saving that for Marcel, so you can see us live tomorrow evening. Probably around 9:30ish. We'll be going live on all platforms to discuss AEW Dynamite. This week's NWA Powerrr, Mickey Biggs is out of town, so we're not doing the NWA Spotlight, so I thought I'd bring the NWA spotlight here tonight in a way, a combined episode, if you will. It was a pretty interesting episode. There's a couple of things that I did not particularly care about the show. Um, but the show opened up with Nick Aldis wishing luck to the Pope. It was announced earlier in the day, or maybe the day before, that the Pope would be going against um, Matt Cardona for the NWA title. Something that I think is very well deserved. The Pope, Elijah Burke, he's in the running. I feel like he's in the running for a title run coming down the road very soon. So, but he wished luck to the Pope in his NWA Heavyweight Championship match with Matt Cardona. Aldis would be honored to face him in a match, but his issue with Cardona goes beyond the championship, and he will get his revenge through stretching him so much that his ancestors would tap out. That's right. The production claimed Austin Idol was on commentary with this graphic, but he was not there. It was Tim Storm. Yep. All right. So the opening match was the Commonwealth Connection, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Doug Williams. They defeated the Dirty Sexy Boys. I'm going to get into this. Williams and Smith win short match, but didn't really get going. It wasn't bad. Didn't really do much. Really didn't. They didn't really have much time to get going. All four men looked really good, and I just want to say, can you please change the name of the tag team for JTG and Dango? Dirty Sexy Boys just does not do it for me. It's a horrible name to say. It's embarrassing when I'm sitting there watching wrestling and they just keep referring to the Dirty Sexy Boys over and over. Come on, guys. Something a little bit more wrestling sounding. It just doesn't do it for me. Austin Idol was with Kyle Davis talking about what happened with the Tyrus Slam Challenge last week with Cyan, asking what Idol said to Cyan that bothered him so much. Idol told him that he knew who his father was and that he just wasn't a former NWA champion, but a huge name in NWA historically. Idol then admitted that he is Cyan's father. I have really enjoyed the storyline, and it was a real slow burn. They really took their time with it. It was fun. I'm not convinced as to what was really supposed to happen, or that Idol is really his father. I have my own suspicions as to who it was supposed to be. I'm sure we'll find out in the coming weeks, though, as to what happens with this story. It was. I have a feeling that would. It's just a trick. It's a ruse in a way that to get some more heat on. Oh, geez, excuse me. More heat on Idol. So, all right, we're gonna go to the first match. The second match, women's match. Kylan King defeated Natalia Markova. This was a really good match, I thought. Between the two, it was nice to see King get the win. It was a very nice match. Then La Rebellion came out to the podium and called out the Briscoes for not being there. They didn't care about any of the teams going after them because they were going to beat them all. They insisted that they were not afraid of the Briscoes and would be taking the fight to them. Next, Mae Valentine was talking with Aaron Stevens, who talked about Trevor Murdoch punching Stevens in the face last week. Stevens said he was hurt by it, as there was some dramatic music playing in the background. I love Aaron Stevens. I think he's hilarious. I think he adds a lot to the NWA. I'd like to see him get a really good singles run here in the National Wrestling Alliance. Let's see here. And that's it for that one. Sorry. All right, then this is another part. Misery Faithful, Sal the Pal, Judias. They introduced their mystery partner, which was Gags the Gimp, with the Sinister Minister. They defeated Colby Carino and the Fixers. Not much really to say here. The Gags the Gimp gimmick didn't really do anything for me. It was kind of annoying to watch something so ridiculous. I like Judias. I like Sal Rinauro. I've been a fan of Sal Rinauro's for a very long time, since the old NWA Wild Side. I enjoyed his work in Ring of Honor and in his few appearances, I think, that he made in TNA as well. All right, so the NWA World Champion Matt Cardona defeated the Pope. Did not go the way that I really wanted it to, of course, as a fan of the Pope. Actually, I'm a fan of the both of the guys. But the whole thing with the if the Pope won the title, Jake Howe mentioned this on his podcast, the Alliance Blog Day. Everybody would have known about it. It would have been posted all over the place. So we would have heard a lot about that. I really thought that this was a very, very, very good, solid match. I'd love to see a rematch. I can't wait to see a rematch. I'm hoping that the Pope at some point does take the title from um, Matt Cardona, or just get the title in general. I think that he will be the man that does beat Matt Cardona. Um, I'm not really sure. Like at this point, who else are they going to give it to? I don't really think, as great as Nick Aldis is, and as much of a big fan of his that I am, I don't necessarily think that he's going to be the one that's going to go after or just take the title from Matt Cardona. I know they've wrestled a couple times already for that, once for the title and once in a tag match, I believe. Excuse me. All right, so that was this week's edition of NWA Powerrr. It was a pretty decent episode, with the exception of the the Gimp show, and the that's pretty much it. The only thing I really did not care about that. So if anybody watched WWE NXT on Tuesday, I'm just really going to only get into the tag team match, the tag team title match. Of course, last week the titles were stripped, which I believe was Wednesday morning, I think it was. Because of Nash Carter being released because of the allegations, of the picture that came out with his of him dressed up as Hitler, which seems to be the reason that they're going with. But I'm not really gonna talk much more about it. We've discussed this last week in the podcast. There's not much else to say about it at this point. Pretty Deadly won the tag team titles, the NXT tag team titles. They defeated the Creed brothers in a 5-team gauntlet to win the championships. The NXT USA, the regular NXT tag team championships for their first time. The Creed brothers had started the match, and they had been in the match the entire time. They won 4 of the matches in the gauntlet, and they were pretty worn out. I was kind of pulling for the Creed brothers because they had such a tremendous performance in this match. Just absolutely fantastic performance by the pair. Other teams in the matches featured Joe Briggs and Brooks Jensen, Queen, I don't know how to say this, Wild, and Raul Mendoza of Legado del Fantasma, and Grayson Waller and Sanga. Pretty Deadly revealed themselves as the newest members of the NXT roster last week after spending weeks harassing the Creed brothers, including attacking them prior to the NXT tag team title match. They are former NWA UK tag team champions. So now they are here in the US for NXT. I'm looking for a good run from these guys. I'd like to see the Creed brothers get another shot. They really impressed me in this match. They just seemed like an incredible tag team. I don't really want to get too much more into NXT. Probably do that next week. We'll probably talk more about the NXT next week. Don't forget, tomorrow night, you can listen to us, me and Marcel. We will be discussing AEW Dynamite in its entirety. It was a really good show. Like I said, I'm not going to get too far into it. Also, tonight, right here on this channel, tomorrow morning, is going to be a very special edition of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, the Best of Alley Fights. It's going to feature 3 really great matches. The Flash Waller taking on Battle Academy in a handicap match. Kylan King taking on the Grapple God, Jordan Rowe and Lucas Chase, and PJ Savage. Where I'm also going to be uploading some other stuff hopefully later on in the day in preparation for Friday night's alley fights. I'm trying to get as much content and much attention on that show as possible. So if you guys are really into independent wrestling, you guys like that stuff, please check it out. Check out the show. It's a lot of fun. We put a lot of work into it, and I have so much fun putting this together for everybody to watch. I think it's so much fun. And next week's changing the format of the show. It's going to be a little bit different. So I can't wait to present this new version of the show to you guys. This Saturday, there's also going to be a brand new episode of all new footage. And that's Friday night. We're going to be recording alley fights for the next few episodes. Come check it out. It's going to be fun. 662 Co Avenue. You can go to East Haven, Connecticut. You can go to ParadiseAlleyProWrestling.com, or you can check them all out on any social media platform for any news and to check it out to get information on the show. It's going to be a fun show. Come down, say hi, and enjoy some professional wrestling. Hit me up on any social media that you want if you have any questions. PWZ Podcast, PWZ Network on Instagram. We're going to start streaming our show there very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Anybody on Instagram that's looking to check out a wrestling show. Without anything else right now tonight, I don't have anything else, but I will definitely be back at some point tomorrow. Definitely check out the show tomorrow night with me and Marcel talking AEW night tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody.